Are we live?
We are live.
Alright, so we're here now. Team Warren and Bush versus Flarefly's Firefighters, right? That's the whole name?
Yeah.
So far we do have a Caitlyn and an Elise ban. Elise probably just a general ban. I'm guessing Caitlyn's targeted. I don't know who won though. Malphite, just general. We haven't seen, two of us haven't seen either of these teams compete yet, so I'm pretty interested to see how this works out. This is the opposite bracket from what we've been casting previously. You see the Volibear ban go down. Overall strong ban. Not a lot to talk about right now, there's just generic bans. Vi, once again, no ban. Although I'm kind of sad we don't get to see another game with Vi in it.
Yeah, she's definitely one of those really strong champs.
Definitely, and I'm not surprised to see the Elise ban here as well. She's definitely very strong. She has her mana issues now, but she's more than likely one of the top laners at the moment. It's kind of an awkward thing to say. We do see the Alistair ban going down. Kind of strange. Is that a targeted ban for one of these players, I'm guessing? Alistair is usually considered fairly low tier at this point, especially compared to champions like Thresh or Blitzcrank. They just have so much power in the bottom lane and presence. We saw the Thresh in the first match of the day. Even though he wasn't even using the Lantern for the bottom lane ganks he's so notorious for, he was still exerting so much pressure just auto-attacking and throwing out his Q. We just see the Hecarim pick here. He's one of the top 4 best junglers in the game right now, no question. And so we do have Volibear and Vi also banned. There's not going to leave a lot of options open for purple team. We are going to see Mimi Love pick up Vayne. This is a pick I have been wanting to see. Mimi Love definitely a big threat in this tournament. Very strong Vayne player. Accompanied by Syndra, Luke 2 on Syndra. Also a very strong pick for their team. He's very, very skilled at his Syndra play. Not an easy champion to master either. We're going to see Corki and Malzahar. Malzahar probably a good pick against the Syndra. And Corki definitely be a strong option against Vayne. Vayne's so weak against that early
Ooh,
grass.
they're gonna go with the Draven.
Oh, this is bad news for Mimi here, guys. It's a gutsy play by blue team too.
Oh, you're gonna go with the Taric pick first off.
I think they're gonna pick Draven later. They're trying to secure Draven right now. They're trying to secure Taric right now. Taric Draven is just one of those incredibly strong lanes a lot of the weaker laners can't deal with. And picking up the Taric early here was definitely the right choice. Because they can still just secure Draven right now anyway. I do think that purple team made a really bad choice in their picks here. They just picked jungler and I'm assuming top laner or something along those lines here. After they picked up their ADC and their support, and especially since they're planning on picking ADC Vayne, I feel like that should have been their very last pick, or not their support, their mid laner. Like they set themselves up to be countered pretty hard in all of their lanes, and that's just something that you can't do in 5s games. You know, you letting that Vayne get hammered by the opposing laner is just something they can't let happen. And picking her that early is going to ensure you get like that Ezreal or you get that Draven or that Graves who's just going to beat the crap out of her early game. Sorry, I'm getting
the
information.
and the Ezreal going down.
Sorry, I'm getting information that my mic is malfunctioning.
It is?
So I've been told off the stream. Is this better? Whoa. Okay. That's not something I was expecting. We are having a support Jarvan here bottom lane against this Taric and Ezreal.
Ooh, that's gonna be cool. I haven't seen a support Jarvan in a while.
That's a very strong pick for the Vayne, honestly, because making an on-command wall after level 6 is going to be huge for them. Being able to CC them and take them down before they can really fight. We are going to see Singed here top lane against Yorick. Probably not. Oh, I guess Shen is supporting. That's a lot worse, honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna guess Singed should be jungling. We're gonna see Singed here top lane against Yorick.
Oh, that is a Yorick support. I can't tell anymore. They're just trolling us now.
They're just messing with us. that Singe pick somewhat questionable, honestly. He's disadvantaged in lane against Jarvan very hard as well, but Yorick is just a nightmare for Singed. We're also not seeing a movement spell, a movement summoner on Singed, which I just don't agree with, especially when they're facing off against Jarvan the 4th. Singed is going to have no way to get back out of his ultimate if he gets ganked. And I just don't feel like the Ignite/Teleport combination is powerful enough to make up for that. What do you think about that one?
Yeah, it's definitely very strange. You usually will see Sins running a Ghost or even a Flash to Flash Fling. But I feel maybe they got something up their sleeve that we don't know about. Maybe they'll surprise us. Especially with the Teleport and the Ignite, it will definitely secure a kill. And who knows? Maybe they'll pull off something.
I do have to agree with that. I'm just worried about his early laning, especially because Shen is very, very powerful level 2 ganker, one of the stronger ones in the game. That if he does pull off that level 2 gank on Shinj isn't going to be able to get out of it. And if he does drop early to Yorick, that lane is just done. There's no coming back. I'm interested to see this middle here. I have been informed Luke 2 has been personally taught a very good Syndra. Looking up against Duranthar's Malzahar here. Both of these champions very strong right now. Syndra kind of surprised everybody with her strength. She's come out of nowhere lately and become one of the top picks in AP carries, honestly. Malzahar, he's kind of a pet champion for us around here, ELO Heaven, I think. Seal just makes us love him. But he's definitely an amazing pick here against the Vayne, who's not going to be able to avoid getting into Malzahar's ultimate range. And honestly, Purple Team doesn't have a lot of answers to that either. So I think that's what's going to come down to for Purple Team here is that they do have really good seed crowd control on Blue Team, especially with the Malzahar ult on Vayne, and they don't have a lot of ways to stop it. And plus, they're playing a really high risk, high reward lane bottom anyway with the Taric, with the J4 support. Combined with the really slow jungler, and you have a position where Purple Team's in a lot of trouble if they fall behind. Let's put it that way. They definitely do have the ability to run away with the game, in my opinion. I mean, just from what I'm seeing right now, I think I'm kind of gonna have to give it over to Blue Team as long as Singe doesn't just feed top lane. I think we're gonna see a Blue Team victory here. What do you think, Raiden?
I'm gonna have to give it to Purple Team here. It seems they got the Yorick going on, and just Yorick putting another Ghost on the Vayne gives such good late game damage. If Purple Team can drive it to late game, they definitely have the team that can win this one. The split pushing, the Syndra with her insane burst, and the Vayne, like the two Vaynes that the team will have, will definitely be something to watch out for.
I have to agree with that. Late game Purple Team is very terrifying. Hopefully Blue Team just doesn't let them get to it, or it gets there that much more powerfully. We'll have to see though, won't we? We're going into game in a couple seconds here.
And here we go. Into the game we go.
Alright, most important test of the game right here. Who's going to win the skin war?
Looks like it's even. It's even right now, but...
Even so far, let's see if Luke 2 going to carry it through. Who knows? Not us. Nope. Good times more here, folks.
GG, Luke 2. You didn't provide the backup for the skin war on your team. Now it could go either way.
I have to say though, bottom lane's certainly going to be fun to watch no matter what happens. It's probably going to be a bloodbath one way or the other. I do predict this game is not going to go nearly as long as the other one, because either that Jarvan Vayne lane is going to work out, or they're going to try to engage and get destroyed. We'll just have to see though. I'm really worried about for Purple Team. I think one of the big reasons I didn't favor Purple Team in my prediction is I'm really worried about this Jungle Shen. Jungle Shen just doesn't impress me. He is a really good ganker, or at least decent, but he just jungles so amazingly slow. Easily if not the, one of the lowest possible junglers you can play. And granted, he's not going to get knocked out of the jungle anytime soon, but he's also not going to farm very much while he's in there. And especially against a high-threat champion like Hecarim, I just don't know if Purple Team's going to be able to soak that. You know, I think it's very possible we're going to see Hecarim bullying Shen around in the jungle and just taking his mobs, and Shen can't do anything about it. And also, if we do end up a situation where Yorick doesn't stomp Singed, Singed is going to stomp Yorick. You know, top lane's also something to watch out for, because pretty much whoever gets the first couple kills here is going to decide which one of those two champions is going to snowball out of control. Because either one of them is perfectly capable of doing that. You know, in fact, just about every champion in this game is capable of snowballing completely out of control, if you look at it.
Alright, and we're into the game now.
I would say the cloth armor pickup from Tarek here, probably a good idea. He's planning on taking some harass from at least Mystic shots. So you're going to see Malzahar on Doran Ring. Very risky start, especially against such a high harass champion like Syndra. He must be planning on backing fairly soon in order to pick up some health pots. Personally, that's something I would I would be pretty leery about that. I'm pretty scared of Syndra's harass myself. I'm pretty scared of Syndra's harass myself. Yeah, pretty standard start by our top laners.
Looks like boosting 3 health pots on the 80 carries is a very popular start in this tournament.
Yeah, pretty unusual, especially with the Ezreal. I would have figured the Ezreal would have been on Doran Blade to harass the Vayne. It makes some sense for Vayne to have the extra health pots to try to keep herself from getting harassed out of lane. But I am very confused as to why the Ezreal decided to follow suit. Wow. And it looks like purple teams, I don't really know what they're doing, or blue team. Both the teams just kind of chilling out for right now. Oh, we are going to see get Hecarim, vision on Hecarim from J4's flag, but it doesn't look like they were planning on doing anything anyway. So Hecarim's starting on red buff, it looks like.
Yeah, he probably plans on doing an early level 2 gank.
Yeah, it must be a very unusual start for Hecarim. He can level 2. I don't think he's going to planning on level 2 ganking. Because level 2 ganking with his Q and his W just seems like it's going to be really. Well, his damage all comes from his Q, really. So I'll be interested to see if this works out for him. So we are not going to have a smiteless buff clear here from purple team. And honestly, I think that's the wrong play by them. Shen is already such a slow jungler. He needs every single advantage he could possibly get. And since blue team did give Hecarim a smiteless clear, meaning Hecarim is probably just trying to get to a blue buff and do the immediate level 3 gank on Yorick here, which is a good option. You know, a lot of people always complain that Yorick is just this unbeatable monster in lane, and they're kind of right, but he is very easily ganked. And if this Hecarim manages to pull that off, there's a high probability that Singe is going to be able to beat him. And then we have some farm going on. We are seeing Malzahar eat some harass from Syndra balls. It's going to stick with that Doran Ring start. But if he closes into range to harass her, remember, he's also going to do significantly more damage. So, we'll see how it works out.
We just see the farm fest on top, just both.
Oh, we see Hecarim coming around behind middle.
Oh, looks like the level 3 gank is going to come out. He actually knocks him back. The flash comes out, the exhaust comes out, E, and ignite, and everything, and first blood goes to Malzahar!
Excellent play there by blue team. Hecarim with the exhaust down on Luke 2 means that flash didn't even matter. He's just going to go down easy. Shen, not even moving from his red buff, just has no effect on this gank whatsoever. And the damage output from Malzahar with that Doran Ring is just too high. Good gank overall by blue team. We are going to see all the summoners and all those champions are now down, however, except the Ignite on Luke 2. So, we're going to look out for a counter gank from Shen onto this Malzahar.
Looks like there's a little scuffle on top lane, but it looks like Sin is just going to do some nice damage onto Yorick and be done. But it looks like a gank coming down from Hecarim, doing so much damage. The stun onto Jarvan, but Jarvan just safely EQs out of there. I think I'm gonna have to. I really want this bottom lane, the blue team to win, just because I got some biases. You know, my Ezreal is he's my homeboy. You know.
Honestly, I mean, I just hate Vayne, so you know, I'm automatically gonna root for blue team to win that one. Pretty big advantage already here from blue team though. 600 gold, no joke this early on in the game, and they definitely have a lot more presence over the map. Shen yet to gank. Looks like he's coming in for something top lane, but Singe knows and just walks right out of it. Hecarim already 2 successful ganks. Well, not kills, but he put some good damage down in bottom lane.
And definitely a lot of pressure.
Fight for her life.
A lot of pressure on bottom lane as well.
Yeah. Syndra now, middle lane totally turned around after that gank now. Syndra now fighting for life against all the Malzahar harass.
And Shen coming into the fight right now. Flash taunting in, doing so much damage. The ignite and everything popping onto Malzahar. Malzahar, will he get out? No! The Boba Ball goes onto Shen, and not Shen, I mean Malzahar, and kills him.
Great play by purple team there. Good flash by Shen, really making it up. And, you know, I almost feel like Malzahar would have been better served to just try to turn and fight that, because he wasn't getting away from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, great play there. Great bait by Syndra. Also baiting the silence. Malzahar would easily have gotten away if he'd managed to silence the Shen coming in. Looks like a little tuffle bottom, but nobody really wants to commit.
Yeah, and I like calling Syndra's Q her boba balls, just because they do look like a bunch of bobas, like being smashed around onto the map. But I feel like Seal's gonna get angry at me, so I should learn the name of it.
Click on Syndra. There you go.
Yeah.
You learn the name.
Dark Sphere. Dark Sphere. All right, I'll call it Dark Sphere from now on. No more calling it boba.
I do want to point out something very unusual here. If you look at the CS bottom lane, you have Vayne absolutely crushing this Ezreal. You know, and that's a very large problem for blue team right now. We did mention Vayne is going to be the strongest member of purple team. Excuse me.
They do have somewhat of a very protect the Vayne comp going down. They have the Jarvan as a front line, even though he's a support. They have the Shen with the ultimate that can totally protect her. They have Syndra with her with her E, just able to push anyone back that tries to come at Vayne. And then they have Yorick, who can just give Vayne another life if she does end up going down. And looks like another little scuffle on top.
I'm gonna have to agree with that, but blue team is also very good at getting to the Vayne.
Yeah.
Yorick losing so much health to poison there. And Yorick is not a useful Yorick, and Singe's already going back once and picking up the Tear of the Goddess, not even teleporting back to lane, and still not that far behind in minions to Yorick.
Yorick's doing a very good job of farming under turret right now.
Oh,
it looks like Shen getting ganked again. Oh, but this not enough damage, and Malzahar just flashes out. Syndra with a very good ultimate and everything to follow up on that Shen. That's a very nice stun on Malzahar too to begin with.
Looks like we have Hecarim coming down bottom. Oh!
It looks like Jarvan's just taunting him by dancing there.
No, we have whiff knockaround there from Hecarim pushing Jarvan away instead of in. Looks like Singe is getting some really good damage on top turret, however, already dropping it to half HP when Yorick backed. Sitting up comfortably on CS now. Well, not comfortably, but he's up on CS now. Yorick just picking up his Tear of the Goddess, as well as a Philosopher's Stone, which seems kind of strange in a lane that Yorick should honestly be stomping. Bottom lane, the CS has caught up a little bit more for Ezreal. Oh, we got middle. We got some action coming down. Hecarim coming around the Syndra.
Oh, with the fear and the E knockback. Malzahar putting down the ultimate onto her, but she flashes out, able to push them back and actually getting out of that alive. Looks like the Vayne actually doing a wonderful job of pushing Ezreal away, and Jarvan just dunking onto Ezreal. But it looks like, Mimi does pick up the kill on Ezreal.
Mimi picks up the kill, and Tarek picks up the kill on Mimi. Good play by Purple Team there. Definitely a good trade. I also wanted to point out that with Malzahar there, he never applied his Malefic Visions to Syndra before using his ultimate. Would have easily been a kill if he'd been in range to do that. Once again, we mentioned in the last game that communication is key, and I feel like Malzahar just wasn't quite aware of the fact that Horse was coming in right then. Horse, yeah, Hecarim, Pony, that guy.
Ponyta.
Yeah, definitely could have followed. Definitely feel like he could have followed up on that gank a lot better. Surprisingly, we do have Shen pretty much keeping up in jungle farm with Hecarim.
Oh, the little minion is preventing Jarvan from backing.
I'm very interested in the way this mid lane has, progressed here. I usually would have normally handed this matchup easily to Malzahar, but especially after that, scoring that first blood. But Shen's done a really good job of turning that back around for Syndra and putting it more on even footing. I think they're on almost perfectly even gold right now, aren't they? Yeah. Malzahar only ahead by 100 gold. Ahead by a ward and a health pot. Good silence there. Oh, we got the Hecarim coming in for the counter gank here.
And then Shen coming in also as well, doing everything he can. He ults out, but Malzahar throws down his ultimate. Hecarim still chasing down the Syndra. Syndra is just getting the red dot applied, and she's gonna ult back onto Hecarim and actually get the kill. Singe teleporting in, but not able to do anything to help out there. That, again, like we said, the miscommunication. Looks like Jarvan gonna jump onto Ezreal, doing so much damage, dunking him on to the ground, and looks like Mimi's just gonna take him down easily though, even though he takes an Ezreal ult to the face.
Yeah, I feel like Tarek's just not protecting Ezreal in the way he should have there. He focused most of his abilities on Jarvan, who of course just isn't gonna care. Jarvan's so naturally beefy,
Yes.
not most relevant target. And there, if Tarek had blown his whole combo on Ezreal instead, or on Vayne instead, the Ezreal ultimate and Q easily resulted in a kill on her. Tarek's burst damage is not to be underestimated, especially for being a support.
I feel the problem right now is just that Tarek is leading with his stun, and that's just a go away sign that says, Jarvan, you should initiate now. Jarvan. Oh, looks like we got a gank on top lane. It looks like the Malzahar is gonna throw down all his damage on him, and it looks like Singe just the poison just tapping down onto Yorick. Yorick's gonna go down. It looks like Singe is gonna keep on going. Actually, the taunt and the throw actually was not a good idea. He was actually thrown further away, and it's gonna result in another kill.
Another example of somewhat questionable communication there. We do see that Singe goes in and dives, and Malzahar was not prepared to support him. It didn't end up badly that time, but this team really needs to watch out.
It looks like
how they're talking to each other.
another engage on bottom lane.
Bottom.
Oh, but it looks like it was a very, very poor decision right there. Again, stunning onto Jarvan. No help whatsoever for this Ezreal. Ezreal is not able to go in. Oh, and looks like Mimi gets another kill on the Ezreal.
Yeah, this Tarek is just leaving this fade here to ruin Ezreal.
Yeah,
we're gonna see another turret top lane though, for blue team. Purple team just completely.
Syndra coming in, getting the Hecarim out of nowhere, and looks like she's gonna keep on chasing, throwing everything she's got at Singe, but Singe just walking away, not even caring, just trolling around. It looks like he's still chasing, but I think looks like Luke 2 might not have the mana for this.
No, he does not have the mana open, and now Malzahar is coming up with a Voidling up no less. Easily able to 2v1 these guys, but I guess he's not going to try it.
But definitely on the bottom lane, as we've been saying, it's good. Jarvan is making very good plays when he knows the Tarek stun is down. He just dives straight onto Ezreal and throws all the damage he has. Very good plays down there, and then Mimi just so incredible on that Vayne, just following up right away.
And Tarek, since Tarek's all of his abilities are down, blowing them, is just not able to do anything about that. We do Suez picking up the Sheen here, now 40 CS behind Vayne, and probably, 2 levels? 2 levels behind as well, just trying to farm any way he can to get himself back into this game. trying to make those Frostborn gauntlets, probably to try to keep that Jarvan just off of his face. Jarvan doing a great job just not letting this Ezreal get out. Jarvan we see here is leveling up Demacian standard. I'm guessing he's still playing in last patch. This would have been what you would have done on support Jarvan, I imagine, last patch, but now that it no longer grants any sort of aura, seems like doesn't seem like the ability you want to be maxing in the situation. Whereas the armor shred from his Q would still be very valuable.
Oh, it still does grant attack speed for surrounding allies.
Oh, it does?
Yeah,
Oh,
so it does help
okay.
Vayne out when you
Makes more
throw
sense.
the Demacian standard. And looks like Malzahar is coming down here to help out push the lane. Not really much of a game.
Kind of just chilling.
Looks like
we're gonna see
Sin-
Syndra here trying to take down.
Oh, it looks like Hecarim just goes ulti, balls to the walls onto Syndra. Syndra getting the stun off, throwing all his shots, throwing the damages, and now Singe is getting 4v1. Oh, but Singe just gonna walk out.
Singe doesn't care. Honey Singe don't care. Malzahar coming in. Maybe we'll make a play here if Singe gets a fling off.
Looks like Malzahar and
Singe
Ezreal coming up.
chasing down the team.
Ooh, beautiful slow by
looks like
Syndra.
Luke 2 is gonna get caught here.
But yeah, it looks like Lutu is gonna get
Definitely,
flung
yeah.
back, and Malzahar ulti into the Ezreal and into the Sins is just too much damage.
I do feel like a lot of times am caught saying there's no such thing as overkill, but I feel like in that situation the Malzahar ultimate was just unnecessary. He put himself in a situation where he's not really able to fight nearly as effectively now for the next minute, and I mean, honestly, his E would have done the exact same job just as well.
Looks like they're gonna give up top turret here to try and get mid turret. Vayne just ulting in and trying to lay down as much damage as possible. Exhaust going down from the
Oh, teleport coming in.
Ooh, can he get stun off? No, the stun's on cooldown. Singe running in, hoping for the best.
Coming in.
Not sure this is a good idea.
No ultimate on Singe, remember.
He's just gonna still
He can
try.
easily turn this around.
He's just gonna go for the creeps, and looks like they're gonna try. And looks like blue team's gonna go for a free dragon here. No wards whatsoever.
And they're likely going to be able to handle it. That Malzahar and that Singe becoming quite large threats at this point. Singe picking up that early.
Jarvan just dunking straight in. Singe fleeing everyone. Singe fleeing Shen out. Everyone's doing so much damage. Syndra just blasting through. Vayne getting stunned, but coming back into this fight. She's actually not in a good position right now. It's not so good for her, but she does pick up the Hecarim. She cleanses out of there. But,
nice
the
shot.
long range Ezreal Q actually gets him out. Syndra being caught out of position. Not sure what she's doing there, but it looks like it's a very good fight by Blue left. Yes.
Resulting in an ace and only at 17 minutes. It's quite the decisive outcome. I do want to point out there that purple team didn't do a very good job of avoiding Malzahar's pool. The entire purple team back row was standing on it for almost the full duration. And Malzahar's W just lays out the damage so hard. It's just not something you can stand in. Also, blue team very fortunate in that fight. Remember, Malzahar's ultimate was still down for when he blew it on Syndra. He didn't use it again in that fight at all. So that could have been it could have turned into a really bad spot there. But yeah, purple team just ate so much damage in that Malzahar pool, they weren't able to fight effectively.
Tarek just getting out of there by the skin of his teeth.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if the Jarvan would have actually been able to kill him, but certainly better safe than sorry, no doubt. We're seeing once again a fairly large gold lead here, 5,000 gold on blue team now, turning that small lead into a decisive advantage at this point. And a lot of that gold is on really terrifying champions. Malzahar and Singed, both not something you want to trifle with when they're fed. Singed already working toward that Rylai's and Leandri's torment. It's going to shred purple team. Malzahar already able to just completely obliterate one target. Picking up that early Rod of Ages. Rod of Ages is usually not an item you go for when you're winning this decisively, but yeah, when you could get it this early, it is still a good bundle of stats, especially because blue team's not very focused on actually defending Malzahar, so they'll give him that extra HP to survive. Yeah. Ezreal here has now finished his Frostborn Gauntlet, which is going to give Jarvan a bit more of a run for his money, as well as Vayne. Trying to keep them at bay.
Remember that the Iceborn Gauntlet actually got buffed within the patch. They gave it 10 more armor. So this is definitely a good use of it to mitigate the damage that Vayne and Jarvan do. But it looks like they're gonna. These three are
Looks like
actually waiting,
they're in a
and
really
it
weird
looks like they're
spot.
gonna try to collapse on this Taric. But I don't know, miscommunication right here. It looks like Taric's gonna get caught out of position here. 4 members of the purple team going straight onto Taric, slowing him. The flash coming down, dodging
Great
the
flash,
Shen
Taric.
taunt. Can they still go on this? Jarvan dunking onto Taric, and it looks like he's gonna go down. There, it's just so much damage. Syndra throwing her ultimate and then just smashing the W down onto him.
I do want to point out there a play I see a lot of inexperienced Jarvans make was you did see Jarvan threw down the flag early on in the fight, and then walked right past it trying to hit Taric. When Taric was on a direct,
looks like Shen actually getting put out of position. Hecarim with the ulti going in. Vayne doing so much damage, flashing in for the Singe, but now she's in the middle of everybody. Oh, Malzahar ulti onto Vayne, and then looks like Syndra's also going to go down to Hecarim as well.
Singed Hecarim on the same team.
Yeah. Looks like they're going to try to tower dive this. Yeah, Jarvan's just going to accept his fate.
Yeah, successfully. Great fight there by blue team. Really questionable play by Vayne there, jumping in on the squishies. You know, that Malzahar ultimate just ruined her, and I don't know what she was thinking with that one. But good plays by blue, keeping them off, and then running to re-engage. Singe teleporting in, great teleport there, getting his team back into that fight that they had otherwise just lost. Really evening out the gold gain from that. Also got another turret. Purple team now sitting on almost no turrets left outside of their base. And that's a very bad spot to be in only 20 minutes in the game.
This is one of those things about Ezreal, is that even if he's behind, he provides just so much utility with that for Iceborne Gauntlet. He's one of the only AD carries I can even think of that can wield it so efficiently and effectively.
I actually imagine Quirky could if he for some reason wanted to.
The problem with that is that his auto attack range is way too small.
Yeah, exactly.
But definitely good plays going out on both ends of the team. You know, purple team definitely getting Taric, but you know, just staying a little bit too long and not trying to get that. Just trying to go with the advantage they got there.
I did want to go back to that, is that they put a lot of summoners and ultimates killing that Taric, and it was ultimately unnecessary. You saw Taric escaped the Shen Dash just because he managed to go through, he flashed right then, but Shen Dash wasn't one who had to catch him, because J4 had already thrown down his flag earlier, and his Q was still off cooldown. He missed the first combo, but the flag sticks around long enough to hit for 2 Qs, and that he could have easily gone a direct line for to hit Taric with that, and then Shen Dash would have hit him. And that's just something that a lot of that you have to be aware of, that not positioning, but just the awareness of your surroundings, especially when you're playing somebody with such a situational ability like Jarvan's flag plus Q combo. You know, the way those abilities work together, it's important to know what you can do with them. You know, you'll see a lot of really good Jarvans manage to kite around their flags in those kinds of situations, and then just punish the enemy team by getting them twice.
Shen's gonna actually get caught by everything. The ultimate from Malzahar and the ultimate from Hecarim just bursting him down. But Singe taking the tower for a little too long, actually still able to get out because of his ultimate, just giving him all that regen. And now it looks like Yorick actually going down. As Yorick actually did not go down yet, but it seems. Yeah, oh no, he did. That was just his ghost. Okay.
He did. Yeah, Yorick too died. Really questionable flash there by Malzahar. Basically just flashes to drop Malefic Visions on Syndra and nothing else. Didn't have any follow-up to it. Vayne we see coming out behind them with the Silver Bolts proc on the Voidling. Blue team looks like they're going to try to take a Baron here. I'm not sure if this is correct. Blue team, all of their ultimates except Taric's are currently on cooldown. Whereas Vayne is just brand new here, fresh from the fight.
Syndra coming in, doing all the damage she can, but Shen ulti on her, but she's not close enough to get there. Singe
teleported in.
Singe teleporting in also, trying to just force the Jarvan out of there.
This may have swung back into blue team's favor for this fight with the Singe teleport. Malzahar ultimate, you can see, is almost back off cooldown, as is Ezreal's. Singe may not have his. Well, that's true. That's right. Singe doesn't have any other movement spells, so he's not effective without his ultimate on. He's not going to be able to close those gaps.
He can still do it as long as other people CC.
We are seeing the gold widening yet again. 7,000 gold now. Getting in a big, big,
Looks
big
like Jarvan
differences.
getting caught out of position, being flung. No, he Demasia's into everybody.
And he gets
Oh,
ulted.
but the flash
Syndra
exhaust
also
onto
probably getting
Syndra,
caught.
doing so much damage.
Oh.
The Hecarim just charging right onto her. It looks like they're just
Could
gonna
this be
pick
the
up.
end of the game here?
They're gonna pick up 2 kills, very easy kills. No, this is not the game yet. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be the end of it.
Yeah, Jarvan's
Shen just
whatever.
taunting in, but to no avail. Not much damage being thrown out. Looks like Sin's chasing and zoning out Mimi there. Maybe he can get this. He flings.
Yorick trying to take down
he flings
Tarek.
her in. Oh, Shen getting the taunt off onto Sin and actually getting the kill.
Malzahar just going crazy over here now on a godlike spree, 8-1. Finished that Leandri's in a row, so he's pretty tanky. His damage is just absurd. Looks like we had an attempted surrender vote here from Purple Team. Shot down handily by by all members except one. And not honestly, like, as much as I think this game is over, I don't ever believe in surrendering. They need to give Blue Team the opportunity to throw the game back in their favor. Granted, 9,000 or 8,000 gold is a pretty big difference to come back from, but anything's possible. It looks like Purple Team's going to do a Baron Rush. Perfectly sound strategy under these circumstances. It's usually what you do when your opponent takes down an inhibitor. And Blue Team just not going to have any way to really counter that unless Sin just makes his way up there.
Yeah, no one has any of their abilities, and no one has enough mana to even keep this up. It looks like Syndra's taking
Purple Team
so much
actually kill
damage,
it?
though. Oh, it looks like Jarvan
If
coming
Sin
just
just
in
walks
time.
over here, he's going to get a double kill. Syndra taunting Baron Nashor.
And Syndra's just gonna make her
It looks
way out
like
of here.
Purple Team's going to get the Baron.
That was a very easy Baron for them, especially with the Vayne on their side. They can just chunk Baron's health like crazy.
And I think that the irritating part about that Baron fight for me was that the Blue Team had that warded and Syndra just went to go farm the minion wave. He easily could have picked up both Mimi and Syndra there if he had just made his way over there immediately. Be that as it may, we now still have an 8,000 gold differential. Purple Team now sitting on Baron Nashor, however, now. Big advantage for them. We covered last game how that it's 2,000 gold practically on every champion. And Vayne's now getting the point where she's pretty scary with that Blade of the Ruined King and Phantom Dancer both finished. No real attack damage though, but Mr. Vayne's W, she doesn't need it nearly as much as their ADs do. As long as she doesn't try to kill at Hecarim, he's finished his Randuin's Omen, now working on either a Frozen Heart or a Frostborn Gauntlet. Either one of which is bad news for that short-ranged Vayne. Everybody just kind of farming right now. You got the buffs getting picked up on Syndra here. I think Malzahar already secured his team's blue. Syndra having finished that Deathfire Grasp now, able to just completely one-shot one champion. Syndra's burst damage is terrifying with her ultimate if she has her balls out properly. So be on the lookout for somebody just disappearing. Oh man, that Malzahar Q. Almost having Mimi level up there.
What did I do? Uh-oh.
That ability, very difficult to hit.
What did I do?
Very rewarding. You've been silenced for a while.
I did something on accident. Ah, there we go, okay. I hit a button that like made everything disappear.
Malzahar now very tanky, haven't finished his Rylai's to go along with the Leandries. Almost the most health on his team. I think he is the most health on his team right now, actually. Even more so than Singed with that Rod of Ages, yeah. He currently has the most health on his team. Fairly difficult to take down. Unfortunately, with the Vayne and the Syndra on Deathfire Grasp, it's enough percent damage where it might not have been the best strategy for him to go for at this point, but looks like Blue Team's going to try to split push this, have Singe take down the top lane while the rest of the team pushes the bottom. A really sound strategy, honestly. Singe, one of the strongest champions for this kind of thing. Easily able to just destroy minion waves, and we did cover already many times that Shen's just not good at clearing minions. With that Leandries and Rylai's, he's just going to shred Shen if they try to fight, as you see right here. He's gonna get flung right back
Shen
in.
just doesn't. No, this Singe just doesn't even care. Just going straight into Shen, trying to do all he can. Shen lives with just a small amount of health right there, but he's just gonna. Shen just or Singe just gonna keep on pushing. Doesn't even care. Oh, but
Israel, they're eating a ton of damage from Syndra's abilities.
yeah, you can see Syndra definitely just has so much damage now that she has like her most of her core items. I mean, she still doesn't have the death cap, but even without it, she's doing so much damage.
And then Malzahar able to just lay down the damage now as well. That pool is absolutely terrifying once he finishes the Rylai's on the
a little
entries.
out of position there.
Just inflicting.
Ooh, the Jarvan dunk and the Hecarim ultimate into the whole team,
Great
pushing everyone away,
counter
putting exhaust onto Vayne. Vayne quickly cleanses that away, actually. And this fight does not look like it's going too well. Everybody's like zoned out in different areas. Shen coming in, Hecarim trying to push it back, trying to save Ezreal.
Singe coming out from behind though. Look at this.
And it
We're
looks
gonna
like
have Singe.
it looks like
Oh.
the
Wow.
Syndra living with just like 2 HP.
Actually, fairly good choice
but
there
Sin's
by.
just taking too long to be in this situation. Oh, an auto attack on the minion! Oh, that's just so. Oh, okay, that was so unfortunate. That would have been so unfortunate if that didn't go down.
I feel like Singe played that a little bit wrong. If he had waited in that brush, which we know that he didn't have vision in, if he had flung that, Vayne would have been an easy kill for him.
And now it looks like this Ezreal might go down. He actually eats a stun. He puts a that's a very good cleanse right there, actually.
Mm-hmm. Gonna make it away. Should probably be shooting his Qs at this Syndra to keep her back, but if he misses, he's dead. So, Syndra now getting
Syndra,
counter games.
Yeah,
Definitely gonna drop to this Hecarim with Frostborn.
Oh, the Shen ulti coming down.
Ult.
Now Ezreal has
and
no way of getting
Ezreal.
out of there, and is just gonna go down to the ultimate.
Yeah, poor decision there by Ezreal to flat blink over that wall. Not once again a bad communication between Hecarim and Ezreal, where Ezreal wants to commit and Hecarim just wants to get out of there. Excuse me. Man, a great ultimate by Shen there. We've said a couple times now, Shen's ultimate can just be totally game-changing. It looks like the Baron must be coming up soon. Purple team's starting to move that way, but in the small confines of that zone, I don't know how they're going to be planning on beating Blue Team. That Malzahar W is just going to rip them to pieces. The only reason they won the last team fight is because Jarvan didn't initiate until after Malzahar had blown it to her ass. And even then, they barely won. We're seeing Mimi Love now on working toward an Infinity Edge. Gonna make him able to just rip straight through anybody at that point. Once Vayne's finished all those items, there's little that can be done. Though Singe is now finally starting to pick up some armor and help mitigate that. I'm actually fairly surprised. I feel like Shin should have a lot more items than he does at the moment.
He still hasn't upgraded that Tear the Goddess into the Archangels. He's just trying to build up the mana stacks. But once those mana stacks get up, he's gonna have what's it called? The Seraph's Embrace, right?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Yeah, he's gonna have Seraph's Embrace.
Shield's
that shield's gonna be incredible.
Yeah, that shield is going to be a big changer for him. I feel like Blue Team is just kind of squandering the lead they've got here. They're not really doing anything anymore. They have a free inhibitor in middle, and they're just not taking it. Yeah, we got another dragon here secured by Blue Team. Widening the gold to 9,000 now. All of it fairly even dividedly, but the ones that have the most of it are very powerful champions. They have much gold, honestly. Malzahar we see picked up a Void Staff, hoping to counter some of the MR they're not really stacking, but Jarvan there on the Banshee's Veil. We do see once again for the third game in a row, we will have a support who has not purchased boots in the first 30 minutes of the game. I guess that's just not something you find necessary anymore, huh? Who needs them? I've seen Purple Team kind of loop around here, trying to pick up this Hecarim, but all of Blue's right there. not going to be a good fight for purple team if they get caught out here. And I'm honestly surprised the Hecarim didn't wheel around on that. Hecarim's still just waiting out in the brush. Malzahar walking past the ward. Blue team's sort of making a move to engage, but isn't able to really do anything. Looks like purple team's just going to back off here. Purple team does know that there's a Hecarim in that bush, but a great war here by blue team, keeping an eye on their movements in the middle of the lane. A lot of people underestimate the power of a ward just sitting in the middle, but you know, right there it gave them so much information on what their opponent's plans were. And it looks like we're just gonna have the mid shuffle. Singed now moving down bottom, trying to wipe out his minions. Singed's teleport is up, so he will be able to get into team fights fast enough to be relevant. You know, everybody's ultimate is off cooldown. Something's brewing here, don't you agree?
Everyone's flash is off cooldown too, so you're gonna see a lot of plays being made right now.
No, Vayne's flash is actually still on cooldown.
Oh, it is.
Only for a few more moments.
Yeah. I was looking and it looked at like everyone's flash was off cooldown, but I can see the little sliver.
Yeah, only got a couple more seconds left on it. Gonna be up right now. But yeah, other than that, every summoner spell's up.
So right now, purple team looks like they really want a team fight to occur. They're out for blood, and blue team just seems really reluctant to fight. Actually, even though they're so far ahead.
I'm surprised about that as well. Blue team just doesn't seem to want it very much. I don't know what they're afraid of. I mean, they did just get kind of handed to them last fight, but that was just because poor positioning and playing on some of their carries parts. So as long as they just don't do that again, they'll be fine. And especially because, like I said, blue team's really good at singling out targets and killing them, and purple team's currently carried by just 2 champions who have almost all of the gold on their team. So I'm not really sure what they're so afraid of, because with the Malzahar ulti, they're able to just instantly kill Vayne or Syndra. Then yeah, I guess Yorick's ultimate kind of mitigates the effects of that, but it's not nearly the same thing as actually having that champion present.
Ooh, but they're taking so much damage from Baron Nashor right now, and Syndra's harassed. They just keep throwing down wards. This is a moment where Sin's Sunfire Cape is just not helping him out to clear wards inside the Baron.
No, definitely.
Oh, but it looks like Shirley is going down. Looks like they're going to try to do something. So much damage coming off of Malzahar onto Shen. But it looks like they get a flash onto the Vayne. Vayne coming back into the fight, doing so much damage. And getting so many exhausts put on her. Shen ulting, but she still goes down. Now it looks like everyone's doing so much damage. Ezreal into the fight, flashing away from the Boba Ball. I still call it Boba Ball, I don't care. But it looks like they get all the kills going out and they get an ace. And this could be the end of the game.
Oh, I think this is definitely the end of the game. 30 seconds on the next person's timer. Nobody on blue team dropping there. Great play by Malzahar getting the flash ultimate on Vayne to just seal the deal. Especially after we saw her immediately have to cleanse and flash away after Tarek's play. You know, good play all around by blue team. And Jarvan just manning up, I feel, too much. Just jumping on that Ezreal and that Malzahar when all he has is a Banshee's Veil. Neither of them really cared about him and just sat in his ultimate and ignored him. And that's just not somewhere you want to be. Once he wants to use it more disruption, I feel like he would have been better off ulting like Hecarim to keep him off of Vayne or something like along those lines.
Yeah, and it looks like this is definitely GG right here. Jarvan just man-moding in and flashing away at the very last second. Shen and everyone just trying to do what they can, but this is gonna be game.
That's the game. Great game played by both teams. Mimi Love and Austin Shear there doing a great job bottom lane early on in the game, but just not able to carry everything else. You know, Singed and Malzahar just put down so much map pressure on the rest of the map. Great game all around.